Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you today on our Empowering Morning Conversation. And many of you have been in this journey with me for a long time, and some of you may have just joined. And there are people who will join now. And I welcome each and every one of them, each and every one of you. And today is an opportunity for me to tell everybody who's new what we are doing here, how we are going to be proceeding. And in a similar vein, people who are already with us, you will also get to understand what we have been doing and what we will continue to do as we go forward. All right. So welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. And know that this is one of the most powerful and economical programs that you can do, which on a daily basis will help you to take one small step in the direction of your dream life. Okay. So what are we doing here? Every morning, taking one step forward in the direction of a life that we desire, a life of ease, a life of joy, and a life of glory. So let us greet each other with a smile on our face this morning. Let's all get a lovely smile on our face and know that what we are doing is something which we can feel very grateful for. Let us feel grateful for being here this morning. Let us be grateful that we have such wonderful people who are there in this journey with us. All right. And let us send out waves of goodwill out into the universe. You know, the world is becoming such a place now. The more love, the more goodwill we send out, it will be able to counter all the negativity that is floating around. So that's another one of the purposes that we have here. So empowering coaching conversations is what we are doing. So remember that it's an opportunity to be coached. So a question which I want to ask everybody is that if you really want to be coached, there's something which I, as a coach, will have to do with you, obviously. What is it do you think that you'll have to do as a coachee to get the maximum benefit out of this program? So I'd like to hear a few people's views on this. I'll tell you what I will do. What do you think you need to bring to the table?
Listen
yes,
attentively.
Okay.
Surrender.
Okay.
When you have to get coaching, you have to surrender to the coach without judgment.
Okay. Wonderful. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Hasina ji, you said something?
I said, listen carefully.
Listen carefully. All right. What about others?
So we should.
What do you think you'll have to bring to the table?
Yeah, we should unlearn things to learn new things. We should be in accepting mode.
Yeah, you should be willing to question what you think you already know. I'm not saying unlearn. You may want to relearn also, no? So it's a willingness to question what we already know.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, Reddy Garu.
Sir, make new habits, replacing the old habits.
Yeah, be willing to replace old habits with new ones. Okay. So in the coaching conversation itself, what should you be doing or being that would allow you to get much more? So many good things have already been said. What else? Do you think it will help you if you are willing to ask questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be useful if you share what you might be realizing? Yes, no?
Yes.
So why would it be useful for you to share what you are realizing? Suppose some input is given and you have a realization. If you share it, how would it benefit you and others? Yes, Vipin.
Sometimes we understand and we think that we have understood the things. When you share, it will be reconfirmed by the mentor or the coach that whether we have understood right or wrong, our own understanding may be wrong sometime, and it will clear others also.
Yeah, the second part is also very useful, that when you share an insight, others may also get a realization out of listening to your insight.
Hmm.
Right? Because that's the greatest power of a group coaching session. Because each one of you brings a point of view here. See, I'm sharing a point of view, you come with your point of view, other people come with different points of view. So we get an exposure to different points of view, and with that comes more clarity. Okay. What else can you bring to your own participation that will help you to get more value? Shakti? Krishna? Very well.
So first I share what happens when we share, like Vipanji said, two beautiful things are happening. There is the opportunity to know more point of views from others. And second thing, there is the opportunity to validate my point of view, which I have been believing and living in front of learned people to validate the point of view. That is the beautiful thing happening while sharing. Second question is, I missed second question.
That's all right. That's, you've answered the question anyways. All right. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay. So what do we do and what will we do? See, if you look at the process we are following and whatever we are doing, you know it in many different ways. So what are we going to be doing? We will be looking within. Okay.
Hmm.
We have been looking within, as you notice, many of us over almost 700 to 800 sessions. We do a lot of looking within. We will look outside also. We have been looking outside also, and we'll be looking beyond as well. All right. So let me explain this a little bit. So before I explain it, how many of you understand what it means to look within? When you look within, what do you discover? Yes, Reddy Garu?
You know about yourself.
Yeah, so what is it that you know about yourself, what is it that you can get to know about yourself, which will make a difference to your life?
Yes, sir.
Let me repeat the question. What is it that you can get to know about yourself, which can make a difference to your life?
Sir, we get to know whether we have got any biases, any judgment, any prejudicial, or anything which makes us to think a particular way or live our life in a particular way.
Yeah. So you can find out your internal interferers, something which inhibits your living at your maximum potential. Yeah. Some people call it, yeah, I will find out my own enemy is there inside me. Okay, so let me explain this to you a little bit. So definitely recognize yourself. Who are you? Yeah. And recognizing your old self. You know, like recognizing, like back in 1982, when I did my first transformational program, I discovered my old self. My old self was always suspicious, always doubting others, always doubting myself, always afraid that people will laugh at me, unwilling to take a risk personality, a person who thought he knew everything. That was old self. All right. And I realized that my old self was going to keep me limited only within a certain boundary. I'll never be able to get out of that if I remain my old self. Okay. So that was a great transformational discovery for me. You know, just to see my old self from within. So you can find out what are you really committed to. You may really know, you think you are committed to something, but what are you really committed to? When you look within, you will keep finding that out. And believe me, when your commitments are clashing with one another, Let me give you an example of that. You say that you are committed to, being successful. But at the same time, you are committed to being lazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you think you will move forward? And you never realize that you are committed to being lazy. You want to become an entrepreneur and you say, I'm really committed to it, but you are also committed to being absolutely risk-free. Will it work for you? So like that. You will discover what your values are and are you living according to them or not. You may discover what stops you, what are those
Mm.
invisible barriers which you are putting up mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically. And these barriers are not allowing you to receive the bounty, the generosity of the universe. You will discover that. You will discover how to go beyond your real and imaginary boundaries. Now, many of you who have been with me for a long time, you might have noticed that you have overcome many such barriers. So Gautam started his own business because he overcame a barrier. I just remember this example at this moment. Many of you may realize some barrier or the other which you thought was real, or it was just your imagination and it was holding you back in life, and you could go beyond that. Now, what happens when we look outside? What is the meaning of that? Am I interdependent? Anybody has an answer to that? Are we interdependent or not?
Yes.
Yeah, because we are not alone in this universe, right? So what does that interdependence bring? And how should I be operating in this interdependent world so I can make use of so much of support that is available to me? So how do I operate as a family member or a team member or a leader? How do I operate?
With cooperation.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this is what we are going to keep finding out as we look outside, all right? How am I perceived as a member of my team and family? And it's very interesting thing Hasina ji just said, you think that you are working with cooperation, but suppose your family does not perceive it or your team does not perceive it. A couple of days back or a couple of weeks back, I was coaching someone and that person was in tears, fairly senior person, AGM level person. I said, why are you so upset? Sir, I am always trying to help people. I'm empowering them and doing, and 5 people have reported that they don't want to work with me. I said, people don't want to work with you? She said, yeah, I'm surprised. I've never done anything. Now, what is the perception that this person might have created that 5 people in the team are saying we don't want to work with this person? Interesting, isn't it? You'll discover how you automatically react in conflict situations.
Mm.
You will discover how your automatic conflict behavior will impact your performance, your life, and the way you are perceived by others.
Mm.
That's what will happen when you look outside. And we do a lot of looking outside over here, as you might have noticed. Okay, so do my actions and my words build an atmosphere of trust, openness, and synergy? And this is something very, very important for those who are, in leadership positions or even as members of a family. You are in a leadership position. If you are a member of a family and if you're a head of a family, or if you think you are the head of the family, then do your actions build an atmosphere of trust, openness, and synergy? You may want to look into it. How do you influence others? Are you influencing others positively? Are you influencing others with force? Are you influencing others with domination? Are you influencing others by intimidation? Or are you influencing them with enrollment and with love? And then the third thing that we do and we will do is looking beyond. See, everything that you know about yourself and everything that you know about others, you are fine-tuning your ability to live in this world with ease and joy. That's what we are doing.
Mm.
But why are we doing it? We are doing it because we want to create a future that we desire, isn't it? So there are two things I think which we all desire, that how do I want to be living in my present moment? And number two, what is the future that I desire to create for myself and my family? Isn't it? So once you start getting these insights and realizations and the empowerment that the program will bring, what future are you going to invent for yourself? Now, once you decide on what kind of future you want to invent for yourself, that's when you will need coaching also, to how to actually go about doing that. And there are many conventional methods which you know and which you have tried. How much have they worked? Because you're looking for somebody else's formula to live your life. Which is better? To take the distinctions, make your own design, or just try to follow design created by someone which may or may not work for you? The next thing is, what new operative practices? Simple word is habit. What new habits will you adopt to build a new future? So this, my dear friends, is in a nutshell what we are going to do and what we have been doing for such a long time. Okay. Now, when you listen to all this, is there anything that comes to your mind which you want to share with us? Now, each person has to look within and see. Yes, Redikaru, you want to say something? Your hand is up.
No, sir. Earlier I raised the hand.
Acha, acha. Now, all members, I have a request to make. When you raise your hand, and after your question has been answered, or after you finish saying what you say, can you yourself take down your hand, please? Otherwise, I'm spending a lot of attention, putting your hands down. Is that okay? Can you guys follow that request?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, good. So now you tell me, here we are in our journey. We have done a lot of looking within, and we will do a lot of looking within. Okay. We will look at the way we interface with the world. That's called looking without. We have done that already, and we will continue to do so. And we look beyond. Now, anything that you want to say after listening to me, explaining to you what the empowering coaching conversations are all about? And by the way, this is designed to help you to break through all mental, physical, emotional limitations that you might be having. So this is breakthrough coaching work that's going on over here. Good. Now time for you guys to speak. Yes, Conan.
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much, sir. The question coming to me, the last slide, the word future. So the interpretation of future could be different for all of us. So,
Yeah, sure.
so what exactly is your interpretation of future which you want us to look beyond?
I don't want to impose my interpretation of the future on you.
Okay.
It's your future, you create it. I can facilitate you reaching that future.
Okay.
That is what coaching is, This is not giving you a sermon and saying कि नहीं ये होना चाहिए तुम्हारा मकसद.
Right.
मैं किसी को मकसद नहीं दे रहा हूं.
Right.
आप जो मकसद चाहते हो आप उसको पूरा करें.
Yeah.
See, whatever you want to create, you create, na?
Yeah, got it.
Who am I to tell you, यार? मैं कोई भगवान भी नहीं आपको आके बताता यार तुम्हारा मकसद क्या है.
Right. But other follow-up question is, as an energy being or eternal being, what is our future?
I don't know. You have to find out that.
Yeah.
As
Thank
an
you.
energy being, you are here to create something in this plane. आप समझ रहे हो ना? In this dimension where we have all been born, This is where you will create whatever future you want. And what happens afterwards is some people are working on that also. I know a lot of people, they are so obsessed कि भाई बाद में क्या होगा, परमात्मा के पास जाने के बाद में क्या होगा, कि they don't look after the present life that they have. So how about a future that you create? So the way I look at it is that, the day I die, I should be able to die with satisfaction, saying that I lived my life the way I wanted to. I was able to contribute the way I wanted to. That's what I'm creating now. That's for me. कि जिस दिन मैं जाऊं, जिस दिन मैं गुजरूं, I should go with that happiness and joy. कि listen, I did what I could do.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
है ना जी? Yes, Vipin ji.
Sir, when we look within, we find new versions of ourselves. And what I believe, every cell of my body has a different weapon inside. And they are like population, they talk to each other. And when they have a unity towards one habit, that habit comes up. There are others who are trying to do another habit. They are overpowered by the majority. So when we look within, we can find out and change the programming. And when we look outside, as you rightly said, that we interact with our relationship and friends and families, and we see what is happening over there. And as it at some place we are leaders, at some place we are member. But what mistake we do, we always try to be a leader, and we don't let other leaders come out of our team by mistake or by unintentionally. You can say we are so obsessed with doing good to them that we don't even ask them whether they are feeling good about it or not. I have a very deep experience about it. I spent 8 years to develop one of my friend that he should have some subject in his life. I tried many things, and today he avoids me actually. So although he is successful now, and I think what I have done is good, but he avoids me. He said dosti rakhni hai, lekin you do too much that it is difficult to digest. So this is one lesson I have learned, and when we go beyond, then again we reprogram ourselves. Like when I went to Germany, I heard a statement that per employee turnover should be 1 CR. Then only you are living good. That embedded inside me. I'm not able to reach that level, but whenever I look at the things, this going beyond gives you new opportunities, new possibilities, new way of thinking, and that again impacts your going out and going inside. This is all I found interesting. And I have many times found in my life that all those who have done for whom I was doing good, all those avoid talking to me. This is something I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah, so it's a good question to ask yourself, no? Okay, what have I been doing that they don't want to talk to me anymore?
Yeah, I only have to find the answer. Nobody can do it for me, but that's
exactly.
What, yeah.
You only have to find the answer.
Yeah.
Somebody can facilitate you, help you to find it, but ultimately you have to find it. Great, thank you very much. All right, what else? So we have a lot of very illustrious people over here who have listened to me. I'm just checking to see what you have heard, what you have understood, and what do you think is the possibility of this work for you after listening to what I had to say today.
Sir, can you repeat the question again, sir? Because in the process of conversation, after listening so deep, one has actually.
But a simple conversation. I mean, whatever I told you about the empowering coaching conversations, looking within, looking without, looking beyond, and the entire conversation. What is it that is awakening inside you? Anything you want to say in response to that? Simple question.
Sir, when we listen to so many points of view, and like as a coach, when we listen to you, and when we listen to so many people, those who have walked a distance in their life, we get an insight that what we think, we are able to, I would not say compare, but we get to know different points of view. And then somewhere it kindles inside you how you react or how you think or speak or live in a situation, and how it can be, or like something like that, like what else is possible, something like that. What
Yeah,
else is
new
possible?
possibilities opening up.
Yeah, because we listen to people like us in the common walk of life and their perception, how they think. That is within, sir. Now, looking outward, as Vipin sir said, we do something and it is perceived the other way. Now, this question is always there, that how one behaves and how one is perceived and what is the intention is like. So, my take on that is, sir, that we should be ourselves. We should not be in conflict with our own self, and we should remain the way our true self is, so that we don't remain in conflict with oneself and try moving in our life on that path, uh, trying to do good to self and to others, sir.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing it. And I just want to say one thing very interesting, that is, you meet some people and you feel like you're a stupid fellow. Correct? You feel stupid in front of those people. Do you like to be in their company?
One will
If
not
you
be
meet
comfortable.
someone and that fellow makes you feel like an idiot.
One will not be comfortable.
Exactly. Or you can meet with some people and in their company you feel empowered, you know. You feel great. You feel I'm also a great guy, you know.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah. So what happens is that a lot of us who think that we are empowering people, sometimes we create an aura where the other person thinks that I'm a stupid fellow. So he is not going to feel empowered by you, no? That is what I was saying about perceptions. How am I perceived by others? People will treat me the way they perceive me. Nobody knows my intention. Right? You will be treated, the world will treat you the way it perceives you. All right. Have you noticed that there are some people who are like, what shall I say, horrible people, but the world perceives them as the savior. Right? So whatever they do, they'll say that's all right. Get it? Their logical mind says that whatever he is doing is not okay. It's going to destroy all of us. But the emotional mind is so impressed, perception is कि भाई यही हमारा क्या बोलते हैं savior है. So perception is also important, na? So sometimes it's a good question to ask. What am I doing? What am I saying? What is the way I'm being that I'm being perceived in this manner? That is why if you remember that slide, do my actions create an atmosphere of openness, trust and synergy and empowerment also, no? I've seen sometimes that if you give people advice when they never ask for it, they don't like you. Somebody shares something with you and you start giving them advice. Will they like you? I used to do that, so I stopped. Now I give advice only if they ask me to. I ask them, do you want me to say something to you or just want me to listen to you? Yes, Babu.
Sir, as we are speaking for the past 5 minutes, insight thought came to me myself, sir. Like as it is, from army background, army people like to talk too much, sir. Too much. They know only talking and advising, and so now I could relate. Like one of my relations, sir. Whenever we talk to him or her, they start advising, boasting about themselves. What are they doing as a parent, as a father, or as a mother, and we feel like something small. We are not doing great. We are not doing this. We are not doing that. And after the some time, they talk so much that we feel very small, and we are out of the conversation. So one is that, sir. That one insight, why it was happening, so I was not able to understand. But now, as you say, advising without or making someone feel small or if, in front in a conversation. Second is like, as you know, sir, one is in a profession wherein one has to also coach or guide people or teach otherwise. So here also one encounters a situation wherein when individually one has to correct or correct people that you are going wrong here, you concentrate here more, or you do like this. Though in this only I think avoid is, I used to be like this, I don't do that. But yes, we have to correct them where they are going wrong after looking at their tangible inputs in terms of marks or in terms of their intangible skills. So can it lead to a, like the question is, can it lead to a perception that one is giving too much of advice, or can it lead to a
Yeah,
situation
it can. It can, and they'll never learn to use their own brains if you keep telling them. Na? See, a better method is ask them a question. Na? You can ask a question. Do you think what you did is right? Why do you think you did not score high in? Why do you think you didn't get more marks? What could you do differently that will allow you to score better points next time? Yeah. Or you can say, do you want me to give you some inputs on this? Never give it unless they ask. If they also tell me, so I'll say, okay, what specifically, what do you want me to tell you? दिमाग तो use करे थोड़ा. I mean, where are you getting stuck that you want my help on? You know, what is that specific area where you are getting stuck? Please tell me that. Sometimes I even ask this question in my coaching sessions that, okay, why are you asking this question? What will you get if I give you the answer to it? If I give you the answer to your question, what you will get out of it? See, we can be people who can encourage people to think. So sometimes, you know, see, we have developed the habit of always giving advice. You should do like this, you should do like this. I'm doing like this, so you should also do like this. Arey yaar, you are you, he is he. So good question. Thank you very much, Babu. Yes, Kunan sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, I was reflecting upon insight, and you mentioned we'll know what are our values. So what is coming to me, there are certain moral values and ethics and all, which I know, and most of us, we know. But how to identify the real value of that unique personality, or who am I? And how to know that what are those my values?
Right. As you go through the process that we follow here, you will get to know. I mean, there's not a formula, na, कि apply formula A plus B is equal to C plus D is equal to Y and Z, and then you will find out. ये जो how to है ना, बड़ा खतरनाक सवाल होता है. I mean, you know what? I mean, if you ask me, I'm trying to understand what your question actually means. Can you explain to me what this question of yours means?
Sir, on the lighter side, today Kunan sir is going very heavy, sir. Today's coaching conversation.
No, Kunan is Kunan. Nothing heavy about it.
Sir, the questions are very deep meaning, but one has to really concentrate to understand what he's saying. It's very deep meaning. That's what I wanted to say.
First of all, I'm thinking first he should understand what he's asking also. Kunan sir, question can you reframe it so that we understand what you're asking? Definitely there's a reason for asking, and I respect that.
Yeah, what is my thought process at this moment, sir? Going back to the first slide, looking within, it is mentioned that we will know our values. So what I know, if I am aligned completely, the goals or the desires or the future whatsoever I have with my values, then not be any contradiction. I have the values and my actions are based according to my values, which will give me the desired result.
Absolutely.
The question coming to me is that I have certain understanding or awareness of the values in terms of the moral values, ethics, and all such stuffs. But when I am looking within to know my unique values, I'm not getting the answer.
Anyway,
So that's why-
first of all, let me ask you a question. Your values are your values, all of them, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, are you asking me that I want to know what are my core values?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, what is a core value any human being will have?
Well,
It's a core value.
yeah, core value for me is the integrity, honesty, responsibility.
Yeah,
Uh,
but there is a core value even below that, every child has that core value. You don't even have to tell him. Yeah, just a moment, Gautam, let's complete this part. When I was a small child, I discovered one of my core values. बच्चों को बहुत शौक होता है ना. So we had an orderly who was taking that murgi to cut it. All right. Dinner में chicken बनना था घर. So I said मैं काटूंगा. Okay. And he gave me the kukri. My father was in the Gurkha regiment. And he caught hold of the thing and I hit it. And the moment I cut it, I got such a pain, in my chest kind of a thing, Okay, what have I done? Okay. Core value, you should not kill. I discovered my core value, I cannot hurt anyone physically or emotionally. I will not. And you know what the thing about values is, Kunayan, what I've discovered is when you go against your value, it makes you feel weak. When you go against your value, it's a lack of integrity. Immediately, integrity goes down. Na? Your core value, your principles, whatever it is. If we are not going with it, वो क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में द्वंद्व पैदा होता है. Dissonance is there. Dissonance makes you weak. I believe in something, but I'm doing something else. My value is I should be honest, and I'm telling a lie. It makes me hate myself. So I have a very simple method of finding out what is my values. You can try it out. I listen to my conscience. Fortunately, my conscience is not yet dead. Because there are many people in this world, they have killed their conscience. इतने गलत काम करते हैं कि their conscience is telling them they don't even know. If you ask them, have you done something wrong? He'll say, no, I have not done anything wrong. Because his conscience is dead. But fortunately, if you are on this journey with me, you have a conscience, and I think we just should listen to it. It will tell us. See, value is something, if you do your actions aligned with your values, you will feel powerful. If you don't do that, you will only feel weak. You will feel like a cheat. You will feel like a liar. You will feel मैं करता कुछ हूँ, करता कुछ और हूँ, है ना? तो खुद की जड़ें अगर काटनी है तो अपने values के हिसाब से मत जियो. If you want to cut your own roots, then you will not live by your values. It's as simple as that here.
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. It's a very important question and you helped me to clarify that. Okay, enough about this. 7:15 is my cutoff time. And because you all came about 5 minutes late and we started 5 minutes late, we've got 5 minutes to end this conversation. And we will definitely not end it without some nice shairi from our lovely shayars. So Vipin ji, कुछ हो जाए शायरी आपसे. पुनेन की तो लास्ट होगी ना, वो तो बॉम्ब मारते हैं.
दोस्तों, मुझे जिंदगी का इतना तजुर्बा तो नहीं, पर सुना है सादगी से लोग जीने नहीं देते.
Abhinav, please translate that.
Sir, please go line by line.
दोस्तों, मुझे जिंदगी का इतना तजुर्बा तो नहीं.
Friends, I do not have so much of experience of life,
पर सुना है
but I have heard.
सादगी से लोग जीने नहीं
But
देते.
But I've heard that with simplicity, people don't allow you to live.
Yeah, big. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So that brings me to you, Abhinav. What about your shairi today?
I don't have. I will have
या
tomorrow.
ये तो बड़ी गलत बात है, आपसे कहा था तैयार होके आया करो। हसीना जी, हसीना जी, where's your शायरी?
You are
परिमला
muted,
जी,
ma'am.
शायरी means poetry. हसीना जी, please unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead. Now you're unmuted.
अधूरी ख्वाहिशों का कारवां है जिंदगी, अधूरी ख्वाहिशों का कारवां है जिंदगी, मुकम्मल जहां तो कहानियों में ही होता है.
Wow, 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 wow. Gautam ji, will you please translate that? And then your hand was raised. You can ask your question also after that. You'll have to say it line by line once again, then Gautam will translate it.
अधूरी ख्वाहिशों का कारवां है जिंदगी.
Life is a
Journey,
journey of unsuccessful dream,
unfulfilled dreams.
unfulfilled dream.
मुकम्मल
What's the
जहां
name?
तो कहानियों में ही होता है.
Wow, wow, wow.
What is hukumat?
मुकम्मल,
Mukammal,
perfect,
Mukammal, complete.
Hukumat.
complete or perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfection is to be found only in stories,
Yes.
in fiction. Okay, Gautam, you had raised your hand a little earlier. I forgot to ask you to speak. So please go ahead.
The core value of anybody, it is basically we are living beings, and a core value is to be presence in the earth and make more friends. So it is a basically the loving people and peace live with coexistence.
All right, very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, Abhinav?
Well, I came late, but I have a very small question. I was just thinking what I really want. See, what I really want is every second of my life to be full of happiness and satisfaction. How can I do that? So the life
Use
will
the
be
power
up
of
and down.
generation.
Okay,
That's simple answer.
but how to, how to create happiness every moment, like by power of generation.
By just generating it, no? जब हम 1, 2, 3 बोलते हैं और आप हंसते हो, तो
हाँ,
happiness
हाँ।
generate होती है कि नहीं?
अच्छा, और अगर satisfaction generation करना हो
तो बहुत देर तक सुसु मत करो, पानी पीते जाओ, पानी पीते जाओ, पानी पीते जाओ, फिर जब बाथरूम जाओगे बहुत सेटिस्फैक्शन महसूस हो जाएगा. That's on a lighter note. Eklavya asked me once when he was very small, "Ke Papa, what is that satisfaction? What does it mean? How do you explain?"
एक मिनट.
I said, "Don't worry, you have some water. Then have some more water." At some point, he said, "Oh, जाना अमेरिका नहीं अभी तुम ना और पानी पियो." तो जब वो गया finally, I was standing behind him. I said, "You know what you're feeling now? That is called satisfaction." Yes, Kunal.
Yeah, this reminds me, sir, if you allow me to answer Abhinav's question in 30 seconds. Somebody asked some wise person like Sukhdeepak sir. The answer of this question, Abhinavji, was, I want happiness, drop I, drop want, it remains only happiness. So I is ego, want is desire, greed, whatsoever it is. And then happiness remains only happiness. So you need to drop
Wow,
I,
wow, wow.
you need to drop want, and happiness remains.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now to some good, great shairi from you, Kunal.
शायरी जनाब अर्ज किया है कि मेरी तकदीर में जलना है तो जल जाऊंगा।
Oh.
मेरी तकदीर में जलना है तो जल जाऊंगा, तेरा वादा तो नहीं जो बदल जाऊंगा। तेरा वादा तो नहीं जो बदल जाऊंगा। और अर्ज किया है कि मुझको समझाओ ना साहिर, मैं एक दिन खुद ही, मुझको समझाओ ना साहिर, ये साहिर एक शायर उनका नाम है, मुझको समझाओ ना साहिर, मैं एक दिन खुद ही ठोकरें खा के मोहब्बत में संभल जाऊंगा।
वाह 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 वाह,
ठोकरें
इसको
खा के
ट्रांसलेट आप
मोहब्बत
खुद
में
ही करो
संभल,
तो अच्छा रहेगा, टाइम सेव हो जाएगा।
तो मेरी
यस
तकदीर
विपिन।
में जलना है तो जल जाऊंगा। If in my destiny it's happened that I'll get fired or I'll get
I'll
burned,
get
then I
burned.
will. तेरा वादा तो नहीं जो बदल जाऊंगा। I am not like your promises which will get changed. मुझको समझाओ ना साहिर एक दिन खुद ही, don't let me understand or put your point of views to me. ठोकरें खा के मोहब्बत में मैं खुद ही समझ जाऊंगा। When I will fall in my journey of life, in the school of life, I will realize myself that what exactly wrong I am doing. So I'll take the right path when I fall myself and get the realization. Thank you, sir.
वंडरफुल, ब्यूटीफुल, थैंक यू। आप विपिन कुछ कह रहे थे?
सर अभिनव सर से बात कर सकता हूँ कि
करो ना।
सर आप रोज पनीर खा सकते हैं क्या पूरी जिंदगी?
नहीं
आपसे
नहीं
कुछ
नहीं नहीं,
पूछना।
हाँ
तो
नहीं नहीं
आप
खा सकता, कभी कभी।
आप हर मोमेंट में सिर्फ खुशी ही ढूंढ रहे हैं, कभी आपका मन तरसेगा कि मुझे गुस्सा भी देखना कैसा होता है, मुझे दुख भी देखना कैसा होता है, तो सारी सब्जियों का मिक्स लीजिए सर, एक ही चीज मत मांगिए, नहीं तो बोर हो जाएंगे आप।
वैसे एक बात बताएं विपिन, ये सब करने के लिए हम मूवीज देखने जाते हैं ना,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
क्योंकि जो जिंदगी में हम नहीं करना चाहते वो मूवीज में जाके देख लेते हैं।
वो इमोशन वहां से ले लेते हैं।
हाँ, वहां से वाइकेरियस प्लेजर ले लेते हैं ना कि अच्छा अब मैं पीट दूंगा। दैट्स व्हाई वी ऑल लाइक दो डिशम डिशम मूवीज, स्पेशली द वीक फेलोज, नो, जिसने
Yeah,
कभी किसी को पीटा नहीं है तो उसको डिशम डिशम मूवीज बहुत अच्छी लगती
सही है, सही है।
है।
तो
ऑलराइट गाइस।
मैं कुछ
हाँ जी,
एक
बोलिए।
एक सेकेंड और मैं कुछ मैजिकल एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाह रहा हूँ, छोटा सा है कि जैसे मैं अपनी कम्युनिटी ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ और सिंगल हैंडेडली चीज़ों को देख रहा हूँ, तो आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर के कुछ सब्जेक्ट हैं जो कैसे करूँ कि अकेला सारे काम कैसे कर सकता हूँ। तो आई आस्क्ड द यूनिवर्स कि भेजो किसी को भाई। टू माय सरप्राइज आई स्टार्टेड टेकिंग लेक्चर ऑन बिजनेस ऑटोमेशन। Two lectures I took, and after third, within that span of time, one of our community member came out. He said, "I want this to be my career, business automation," and he started taking those lectures, and I am relieved he is doing much better than me. So this is something I'm amazed that I wanted this to happen, and it has happened. Similarly, one more subject I was looking for, people started coming in. So I'm in a state of हैरानी की स्थिति में हूँ कि ये कैसा हो रहा है, अपने आप हो रहा है।
Congratulations, congratulations. All right, guys, thank you very much. Today we did not do the exercises. You know how to do them. Do it yourself. There are certain things you can do yourself, right? You don't need others to do it. Okay, great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. See you tomorrow. And I'm going to put this video for you to see. And all those who came late, they can see it from the beginning. It might be useful for you. All right. And maybe you want to share it with your friends also. Who knows? They may get something out of it also. Great. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless you.
God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.